How's it going, YouTube? This is Manny from Manny Fresh Bets, bringing you my NBA first basket picks for today, January 27, 2023. Today is a Friday. If this is the first time watching one of my videos, I will greatly appreciate it if you guys would subscribe, like, comment, and share. Again, guys, can't thank you guys enough for all the comments, all the new subscribers, all the new followers on Twitter at Manny Fresh Bets. Getting a lot of DMs, getting a lot of replies to my posts, letting me know you guys are winning some money with me. I'm happy because I'm winning, you guys are winning. That's what it's all about, just helping each other out. Yesterday, I gave out 3 parlays. I also gave out a few straight picks that I liked. So we got and if you round robin the picks and the parlays that I got, you won money as well. We got Jaylen Brown. I told you guys in the Celtics-Knicks games, I told you guys is either going to be Jaylen Brown or it was going to be Tatum. And it was Jaylen Brown. So if you guys round robin the parlay that I gave you, you won money. If you took Jaylen Brown straight up, you won money. Also, DeAndre Ayton hit his first basket against the Suns. I know he was day-to-day, so I let you guys know if he does play, that's the guy that I liked. And obviously, he hit it. Again, I got a few DMs. I got a few replies to my original post on Twitter, letting me know and kind of giving me, sending me screenshots of you guys is winning. So, I'm happy. And again, I'm happy as well because I'm winning with these picks. So, again, I told you guys 3 days ago, at some point I started getting hot with these. Last year, it was in December, when I had an incredible December where I made pretty much all the losses that I had throughout the year. I was kind of breaking even throughout the year, but in December, that's when I made all my money, and that's when I, pretty much won my whole year betting because of those first baskets that I was hitting, and then those NFL picks that I was getting, and the Super Bowl. I got a nice hit on the Super Bowl play too. But the first baskets, like I said, they've been kind of hit or miss this year. December was okay, but this January is starting off hot. Like I told you in the previous video, we hit Zubac on Sunday. We hit Drew Holiday. We hit 3 out of 4 in a parlay. So again, if you run robin those 4 picks, you got 3 out of 4. You won some pretty good money. So again, getting hot at the right time, right before the NBA All-Star game. After that All-Star game, we're gonna continue to stay hot. The only thing is, I do post these videos very early in the morning. So it's Friday morning. Usually I do them early morning, just because I don't have time to do it with work and stuff like that. I don't have time to do it afterwards. So a lot of these guys are either day-to-day or they probable or they, questionable. Some of them say out and are still listed on FanDuel, so it gets voided. So I try to give you guys my best and, the guys that I feel the most confident about. But again, just watch out for, all the news. Are they in? Are they out? The game time decisions are the worst because, you find out, a couple of minutes right before tip off, and you don't know what's going to happen. But in any case, if you do pick a guy that is, supposed to play and doesn't play, it gets voided, so it's not a big deal. The problem is that if you do hit a parlay, let's say you do a 4-leg parlay and one of those guys doesn't play, you're only getting paid for those 3 that hit. So it's kind of a hit or miss. But again, guys, we've been on a heater. Let's stay hot. Again, we hit Jaylen Brown and DeAndre Ayton yesterday. I also, if I'm not mistaken, in the Clippers and Spurs game, I gave you straight up in the parlay. It was Kawhi. Straight up, I gave you Zubac because I'm pretty. These are the guys that make me money. Zubac, DeAndre Ayton, Jaylen Brown, Tatum, Bam, Jokic, Embiid. Those guys are the ones that make me money on first baskets. And if I'm not mistaken, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, in that video from yesterday, I gave you Zubac straight up if you're taking straight up picks. And he actually hit. And I made some money on Zubac yesterday too. So without further ado, and if you guys see me looking to the side, this is where I have my setup, my computer, and I'm going to give you the picks right now. So from Milwaukee against Indy, right now there's a few guys that are kind of day-to-day. I'm pretty sure Giannis is going to play. Positive, almost positive that he's going to play. These two teams have played once already this season. Brook Lopez won the tip in that game. Then you got Pat Connaughton. He misses a three. Then Buddy Hield misses a jumper. And then Grayson Allen makes a jumper. So he hit the first basket on that first game they played against each other. I'm pretty confident with Lopez winning the tip-off here. I think he's going to win it. He usually does. And if they don't win it, most of the time Milwaukee plays the defense, good enough defense to make that other team miss, and they get another shot at the first basket. So for that first parlay, I'm gonna go with Brook Lopez. Again, another guy that I kind of trust. He's not as reliable as the others, but he comes through when he has to. So I'm gonna take Lopez for that game. Then we got the Memphis Grizzlies versus the Timberwolves. Two games already between these two. The thing that worries me here is Gobert is day-to-day, so we don't know if he's going to play or not. That does play a big factor because Gobert wins, 80-90% of the tips he gets. So pretty much the Minnesota Timberwolves, if they got Rudy Gobert on the floor, they're going to win the tip-off. It's the same thing when they had Karl Anthony Towns. He's injured right now. Obviously, he's been injured for a bit. But when he tips off, 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, he's going to win the tip. So Minnesota, I keep saying Milwaukee. Minnesota is probably going to have the first shot. They're going to have that first opportunity to make a play. Unless it's a turnover or, anything else. Or a missed shot. But they're going to have a shot. So in the first game, no surprise, Gobert wins the tip. Ant-Man gets a turnover. Brooks misses a layup from the Memphis Grizzlies. Then Gobert makes a dunk. So that's Gobert made the first basket in that first game. Second game, Gobert wins the tip again. We got Carl Anderson misses a layup from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then we got Brooks makes a jumper. And if I'm not mistaken, there was a few guys that were missing in that game. So that first basket is kind of skewed. But Brooks is another guy that I'm probably going to tell you to take straight up. And I'll have my straight up picks at the end of the video. I'll let you know. But that's another guy that starts off really, really aggressive in games. He knows he's not going to score as much as, like, say John Morant or Desmond Bane. So he takes his shot early. First quarter, second quarter, he gets all the shots that he can get in, because then, at the end of the day, the alpha dogs are going to take over. John Morant's going to take over. Desmond Bane is going to take over, and they're going to be the focal point of the offense. So, these guys that are more, role players, they're going to take those shots early because they want to get those points in before the big dogs come in and it's, time to close out the games. So for that game, for this first go-to guys parlay, I took Ant-Man. So again, I'm pretty confident that Minnesota is going to win the tip-off. And I'm going to take, Edwards to make that first basket. If you want, again, I'm going to run down the straight-up picks later on. D'Lo, D'Angelo Russell has been hitting pretty consistently on first baskets. So I won't be mad if you either place it with him or just take D'Lo straight up, just in case. The next game, we got OKC against Cleveland. These teams have only played once, East versus West. They don't play that often. Jared Allen won the tip-off. Then Garland just makes a jumper. So it's pretty simple. Wins the tip, makes the first basket. For this game, let's see here. I'm gonna take Jared Allen, just because OKC, they're missing big men. You know, there's no presence in the paint. You could also take Mobley, who hit in that 3 out of 4 parlay that I gave out. He hit one. I believe he was one of the guys that hit it. So basically, the paint is gonna be wide open. I believe his name is Poleski from OKC. He's injured. They're not a tall team. Again, the paint is going to be open, so it's either going to be Jared Allen or Mobley making that first basket. I'm backing on Jared Allen. I think he's going to win the tip, and I think he might get like a layup, or he might get an alley-oop from Garland, a quick jumper, quick tipping. Somebody misses a shot, he comes in and he tips it in. So I'm taking Allen there. So that's the third pick on that first parlay. Then we got the fourth pick, and you'll notice that I skipped the Toronto and Golden State game in 3 of these. But I'm going to give you 3 parlays. I skipped it on the first 2, just because that game could go either way. And I'll explain it to you in a little bit. So then the next game that I'm taking is I'm taking Bam. They're playing, who are they playing? Miami. They're playing Orlando. They haven't played yet, these two teams. But again, the Orlando Magic do have a pretty good paint presence, with Wendell Carter, with Franz Wagner. Vanchero is also a good defender. But I'm banking on Bam. Again, a guy that's made me money in the past. A guy that, has been pretty much on fire lately. With the pick and roll with Lowry, pick and roll with Jimmy Butler, pick and roll with Hero. I think it's going to be, that tip could go either way, just because, Carter is a tall dude and he's athletic. So I'm thinking either team could get it. But I'm banking on the Heat to make Orlando miss, or to get a turnover if Orlando wins the tip. If the Heat win the tip, I think it's going to be a quick score with Bam. Quick pick and roll, quick and pop. Maybe either an alley-oop again. He could jump. He's athletic as well. So I'm taking Bam. So that first parlay is going to be Lopez from Milwaukee. It's going to be Ant-Man Edwards from Minnesota. Then I'm going to take Jared Allen from Cleveland. And then I'm going to take Bam from Miami. So that's that first parlay. The second parlay, I'm taking Giannis. Giannis is one of these players that, obviously he's very talented. He's probably top 3, top 5 in the league. But he doesn't take shots early. He's more of a guy that he facilitates first, and then he starts getting going. Like, you don't see him, like a Luka Doncic. And, hopefully you guys didn't have him on parlays yesterday. I did. I think it's going to get voided and it's going to get, refunded. But he got injured in the first like 5 minutes, I think it was. But Luka's the type of player that he's going to take over from the first quarter. He's going to get most of his points are in the first quarter, actually. I think he's number 1 in the league in first quarter points. Giannis is kind of the total opposite. Yeah, he's going to score, but he's going to grab rebounds. He's going to facilitate for his teammates. He's going to, do other things other than score. But in this game against, I think he's going up against Miles Turner, who is a good defender. But I think he can probably draw a foul, hit a free throw for the first basket. Those count in FanDuel. DraftKings, I believe, is the actual first field goal. So if you're doing DraftKings, it has to be the first field goal, so the free throw won't count. But I'm banking on Giannis in that game. I think, I think Brook Lopez is going to win the tip. I'll be surprised if Turner wins that tip off. And if they do it again with the other, just like the other games, I think Milwaukee's going to play good enough defense to make, a guy like Buddy Hield either turn it over or miss a shot, or even Miles Turner turn it over or miss a shot, and they'll have the shot at the first basket. So I'll take a Giannis. Then on the second one, I'm taking John Morant. Again, Gobert being in and out is kind of the thing here. So again, look out for that. Steven Adams is out. He's out, I think, for 3 to 5 weeks. So he's injured. Not sure who they're gonna put into jump. It might be Triple J, Jared Jackson Jr. He's won some tip-offs. But again, I'm banking on Ja. You know, Ja is aggressive to start games. And I think he has a shot to make the first basket. Then in the other game, with the Cavs, I got Mobley again. You know, the basket presence. I think, you know, Mobley and Allen are gonna eat. If you wanna take you know, Mobley or Jared Allen over on their rebounds, I suggest you do, because I think they're gonna grab a ton of rebounds in this game. The Cavs are, you know, and Donovan Mitchell's day to day. So again, look out for that as well. But I think, you know, Mobley and Allen are gonna eat in terms of rebounds, and they're probably gonna score double figures each. You know, I'm looking at probably 12 to 14 points each. Then for the last game, I got Vanchero. That's a guy that I've hit at the beginning of the season. He was money. You know, he was making the first baskets. You know, every probably like 3 games he was making a first basket, or he was taking the first shots. When Wendell Carter came, that all changed. So Wendell Carter is a little bit more ball dominant. So Vanchero has been, you know, dishing it out a little more. He still gets his points, but he hasn't gotten the first baskets like he used to when Wendell Carter was out. But I'm taking a long shot with Vanchero. I think he could do some damage in this game. I think he's, if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Butler is going to be guarding him. I think he has a height advantage and a physicality advantage on him. So I think Vanchero could make that first basket. So I already gave you the go-to guys parlay. This is the second one. It's going to be Giannis, Ja, Mobley, and Vanchero. Then for the long shot, this is the one that I kind of take, you know, a very long shot, see if it hits. Again, don't throw $100 on this one or on any of these, matter of fact, because like I said in my previous videos, and since I started doing these are long shots as it is. You know, you're getting, you know, if you pick one guy straight up, you're taking him 1 out of 10 odds, because there's 10 guys playing at a time in a basketball game. That alone is a pretty long shot. Now you're taking one guy from one team, from one game, another guy from another game, another guy. So it adds up. The odds are high. That's why the payouts are so high. But again, you know, make your bets. I'm not gonna tell you what you could or could not bet. I'm not in your financial situation. I don't know what you know what you could afford or not. But I'm just letting you know, just from doing this a little bit longer. You know, don't go crazy with these first basket bets. You know, again, they're long shots. We've just been getting very lucky and very, you know, just the analysis is working, because I do analysis on these every day, just the night before. But again, don't go crazy with these betting, you know, your whole bankroll, basically. Your bankroll is what you got to bet for either a week, a month, or a day. If you got, you know, $1,000 that you could bet on for a week, don't put $500 on a parlay for first basket. Just don't do it. You know, maybe put $100 or maybe put $20, and then the rest of the game, the bets that you make are either straight up or small little parlays, 3 or 4 leg parlays, things like that. That way you can, you know, space out your bankroll pretty much. And I might make a video about bankroll and how to manage it and stuff like that later on. I'm probably gonna make a second video of the round robin, because again, I keep getting the same questions, which I understand is a very difficult thing to understand if you don't do it on an everyday basis, and you don't do the research and things like that like I do. And I still get confused sometimes, so I still have to look at the calculators for the odds and stuff. So I might make a second video for that. So, you know, I already gave you those 2 first parlays. The long shot parlay, I'm gonna take Drew in the Milwaukee game. Again, I'm pretty confident that Milwaukee's gonna win the tip-off with Lopez, and I'm gonna take Drew. That's one guy that we cashed with before. I catched with him a ton of times last year. If you want to look at, my Twitter at Manny Fresh Bets, you could see all the times that I've drew with an exclamation point, drew with an exclamation point, and the screenshot of Drew Holiday making the first basket. He's money on these things too. So it just depends on the defensive matchup he has. And here against the Pacers, I think he has a defensive matchup that he could take advantage of. So I think if you want to take him over his points, the only thing that worries me in this game is a potential blowout. So he might not get there. But if it's not a blowout, if it's a decent close game, he's going to get a lot of points in this game. He's going to get a lot of assists. So I took Drew there. Then for the next game, I took Dylan Brooks. So again, like I explained before, that these are guys that take their shots early just because they know that, the big dogs are taking the shots when the game is on the line. So these guys take their shots early. So I took Brooks again. He hit a first basket already when these two teams played. He's taken the first shot of his team twice when these two teams have played twice already. He's taken the first shot for Memphis twice already. And again, it's a little skewed because I think, like I said, Ja missed one of these games, I believe. Jared Jackson Jr., I think, missed both of these two games. So it's a little skewed, but again, I took a shot. This is a long shot parlay, so I took Brooks. For the OKC game versus Cleveland, I took Shy. One word to the wise, and if you guys, again, if you follow me at Manny Freshbets on Twitter, I've been taking Ben Simmons unders. I missed it against 76ers because obviously he kind of wanted to show out against his old team. I cashed yesterday. He got 0 points. The over-under was 9.5. I think he got injured, but he still played like 20-something minutes. Shy is the exact opposite. I'm probably going to play his over on points every single game because this guy is getting 30, 35 points every single game. This guy is a pure scorer. He's very underrated, in my opinion. And he's going to take a shot whenever he's open or whenever he's not open. He's going to either, make a shot for himself, make himself open, or he's going to pass it up for teammates. So I took Shy there, and that's just a little rant on me, a little rant that I went off. But again, if you guys like betting straight up picks, take Shy on the points. They are starting. FanDuel is starting to catch up. It was like at 27, 26 points a game, over under in the beginning of the season. It's already like over 30.5, I think. So they're starting to catch up. But I still like them to score. If this is not a blowout, which I don't think, if Donovan Mitchell doesn't play, and even if he does, OKC has been keeping games close. And I think Shy goes for 28, 29, maybe even 32 points in this game. So I took Shy, and then for the next pick, I took Wendell Carter, and again, another guy that we cashed with before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm gonna take Carter there. Then for the next game, this is the only game, the only time that I picked this game, just because this is a very tricky game. The Golden State Warriors against the Toronto Raptors. They played once already. Koloko won the tip. He's obviously, I think he's injured or he's coming off the bench again because of injuries. He started that game. He won the tip. Siakam made the 3-point shot. So again, Siakam's another guy that I like betting straight up as well. And that's the guy that I took. So the long shot parlay, Drew for Milwaukee, Brooks for Memphis, Shy for OKC, Carter for Orlando, and then I took Siakam in that Golden State game. Again, think Looney's injured. Draymond Green is going to be the one tipping off. He's probably going to be tipping off against Barnes. Barnes is pretty good against, winning the tip-offs. So I think Siakam has a shot to make that first basket. We won with Poole last time, so if you want to take Poole straight up, more than welcome to. But I think Toronto is probably going to win the tip. They're probably going to have the first crack at taking a shot, and I'll take Siakam there. So that's my long shot. Drew, Brooks, Shai, Carter, and Siakam. In terms of straight up picks, I'm taking a long shot with Pat Connaughton. Again, when I went over that game they played, Pat Connaughton actually took a shot in that Indiana versus Milwaukee game. He missed the three, but I'm taking a long shot play with him. Not much, maybe a couple of bucks throw on him. Maybe he does the same thing. Milwaukee wins the tip. He takes the shot early. Just again, he's gonna take the shot early because he's not gonna have those opportunities later on. So I took him. Gobert. I took him. I'm gonna take straight up with Gobert if he plays. Again, he's day to day right now as we speak. And I'm also gonna take Bane. Bane is another guy that even though he is he is gonna be involved in the offense. It's either him or Ja. I'm gonna take Bane straight up as well. Then for the Cleveland OKC game, I'm gonna take Garland and Mitchell. Again, Mitchell, we don't know if he's gonna play yet. Garland already cashed, I think yesterday or the day before. And like I told you guys, he's been aggressive. When Mitchell's not there, the points are gonna have to come from somewhere, and most of the time it's gonna be Garland and Levert. So I'm gonna take Garland straight up, and then I'm gonna take Franz Wagner in the Orlando-Miami game. Another guy that we cashed with, this week. Maybe we stay hot with him. And then for the Toronto Golden State game, I'm gonna take Barnes and I'm gonna take Thompson. Scotty Barnes, I think he had a 2-game streak where he had the first basket twice in a row. I'm gonna take him. Maybe he stays hot, and then I'm gonna take Thompson. Maybe he gets a quick three, a quick jumper right off the bat, and maybe he makes it. That's gonna be it for my picks, guys. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for all the new subscribers, all the new followers on Twitter, all the comments, all the DMs, all the screenshots of your winnings. What I'm saying? This is why I do it. Again, I don't charge for anything. If you guys are feeling generous, you win some good money, and you want to throw a couple of bucks at couple of bucks at me, I won't be mad at that. But again, it's never mandatory. I do these picks for free. Just trying to get, my knowledge. Again, I'm not a professional handicapper, but I've been doing well these last 2 years with these. And I'm trying to share that information with you guys, so you guys can make some money also. So again, take care, guys. God bless. Can't thank you guys enough. Let's cash these. Hopefully we hit one of these. Again, don't forget to round robin these. I made this mistake a couple of times. I'm starting to round robin more now that I got it in programming it in my system. I'll probably take I'll see if I record a same game parlay for these games. Again, right now FanDuel doesn't have all the player props up, just because there's a lot of guys that we don't know if they're gonna play or not. So it constricts me to picking the guys that I want to score or get a rebound to just a couple of guys. Like I think one of the games there's only like 3 guys listed, so I'm not gonna play around and try to make up something that I don't feel comfortable betting my money, let alone making you lose your money. So again, guys, really appreciate it. God bless. Take care. Let's cash these. Let's start off the weekend right. Happy Friday. God bless. We will talk soon. I'm gonna post my my NFL picks as well. Take care. Hopefully I see more winnings here. Let's stay hot. We've been on a streak. Let's continue it going into the weekend. That way we could have a little bit more money in our pocket for that weekend. Take care, guys.